Hey, glad you're here. If your mind has felt loud lately, restless, scattered, or maybe you're suddenly unable to ignore what you know is true, the Sagittarius Full Moon might be revealing why. This full moon sits across from the Gemini and Sagittarius axis. And with that, some themes begin to emerge. Gemini bringing information, Sagittarius asking for wisdom, Gemini gathering thoughts, Sagittarius delving into what they mean. Gemini, plainly put, it can keep us searching for that one more answer, while Sagittarius is asking us to finally live within that truth that has already been revealing itself. This is a full moon, which means something is being illuminated. And what's currently being shined upon may not always be comfortable. Full moons reveal what has been hidden or avoided. They show us what is ready to be witnessed, understood, and released, even if it hurts. Because the truth is, we often get to choose which pain we keep meeting. The pain of release, or the pain of repeating the same cycle for the umpteenth time. That pain of honest change, or the pain of staying comfortable in something that no longer feels alive. This Sagittarius full moon is asking us to look at the stories we keep choosing to live within. The beliefs, the fears, the mental loops, the version of life we keep recreating because it simply feels safe. And Sagittarius is asking a broader question. What could life become if we chose to evolve? Not personally, but collectively. What could our families become if love was no longer a power dynamic, but a practice of reciprocity, of equal exchange? What could our relationships become if control softened into compassion? What could our communities become if truth mattered more than performance? And what would our inner worlds feel like if the mind was less chaotic and more devoted to what is actually real? This moon may bring up places where we know something needs to shift, but we just keep pushing the thought away because it threatens comfort. Whether it be moving, changing jobs, starting or ending a relationship, or probably the most difficult, finally having that avoided conversation, the one that might bring confrontation, hurt feelings. So we stall because the mind wants certainty before any form of movement. Sagittarius is reminding us that wisdom often begins with trust, not the reckless trust, not chaotic trust, not burning everything down for the sake of freedom, but the kind of trust that says, I can honor what is true without making a scene. I can release what is decayed without anger. And I accept what was without dragging it into what comes next. With Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, this is not only about personal truth. It's also about the collective stories that we have all agreed to live within. To where and to whom have we given our attention away? Where have we allowed the algorithm, or the system, or the fear of being misunderstood to shape our beliefs or how we show up? Where have we confused belonging with self-abandonment? A loss of morality? Saturn and Neptune are still moving through Aries with all of this happening. Though there's fire behind this vision. Saturn is saying, build something real, while Neptune asks for us to dream from the soul. With those two in Aries, Aries is saying, move with courage. And the moon currently is saying, turn that courage into meaning. So it's not just about release, it's about embodiment. Wisdom is not only what we realize. Wisdom is what we choose to live after that realization arrives. And I don't think that the point is to pretend that we have a perfect solution or that we know exactly what every single person should do. In my opinion, this is where silence becomes one of the most useful tools that we have. Not because silence holds the one answer that fits everyone, because we're all multifaceted. We are all moving through different lessons, histories, bodies, and seasons of life. But we are all human, and as humans, there are still practices that can help each of us hear ourselves more clearly. And sometimes that simply means putting the noise of life aside for just a moment and telling the mind, I hear the resistance, but we are still going to sit. And then we sit and we breathe. And we be with ourselves long enough for the deeper answer to rise. And to assist in that, you can ask, what is real right now? What do I give my attention to? Or where is my attention going? What truth gets louder when I get quiet? Or when I stop moving, when I stop doing? And ultimately, what dream have I kept as a dream? Because becoming it would require me to change. This full moon is giving us an opportunity to let the dead and decayed parts of self fall away. No scene, no drama, no fight, no anger required. Just release, acceptance, and that willingness to grow. The Sagittarius Full Moon asks us to choose wisdom over noise, truth over chaos, growth over repetition, and a life that feels more honest, more loving, more alive. This is an opportunity to make a new life within a new start. But before that, wisdom must be gained through awareness and integration. So, if it feels aligned with your practice for this moon, this is a beautiful moment for you to place your crystals and drinking water beneath it. Let the water become a small symbol of what you are choosing to receive. Allow the crystals to become a small symbol of what you are choosing to release, to clarify, or to strengthen. And none of it has to be perfect. It's just simply to create a small ritual that helps the body participate in what the mind is beginning to understand. So, as the moonlight touches what you set out, allow these words to become something that you feel, rather than just something that you say. I release the noise. I trust the truth. And I allow myself to evolve. Until next time, peace.